Sai Ram everyone. So we are in lesson 4. Shunya mein Angulihi. Yeah, as we have seen in the previous lessons, first we used to discuss the meaning of the lesson name. So what is Angulihi mean? Angulihi. Anguli, which means finger. Okay. Finger. Shunya is what? Shunya, which means zero or nothing or something negativity. So if we want to express which is not there, for that we use shunya. So I can tell here it should be nothing is the meaning over here. May is my. So what's the meaning? My. So my finger has nothing. Total meaning of this lesson's name should be my finger has nothing, or my finger is empty. You can tell empty, empty. Yes, my finger is empty. That also could be the meaning. So total meaning is this one: my finger is empty. Otherwise, nothing is there on my finger. That is the meaning of this fourth lesson. So here you can see Abhijnana Shakuntalam Kalidasa they have written. What is this Abhijnana Shakuntalam? We need to know before getting into the lesson. Shakuntala, it's a name. Shakuntala is a name. Okay, not Shakuntala. Shakuntala is a name. Shakuntala, it's a girl's name. Abhijnanam. Abhijnanam means, we'll see what it is. You are going to read the same Abhijnana concept only now, so you will understand what it is. So Abhijnana, which is related to Shakuntala girl. There is something, Abhijnanam, something. Let us take some ornament. Okay, ornament. The ornament which is related to a girl called Shakuntala. That's the reason Abhijnana Shakuntala. Shakuntalayaha idam Shakuntalam. So what is that? Shakuntala related thing is Abhijnanam. So Shakuntalayaha Abhijnanam, Abhijnana Shakuntalam. Who has written? Kalidasaha. You have heard his name many times, I hope. So Kalidasa has written this drama. Yes, exactly. Abhijnana Shakuntalam is a drama. Okay. So the preamble. Shunya me Angulihi iti nataka bhagavoyam महाकवि कालिदास प्रणीता सर्वोत्कृष्टा कृतिरिति परिगणितस्य अभिज्ञानशाकुन्तलमिति नाटकस्य पंचमांकात् संग्रहीतः. What they are saying? So Shunya me Angulihi, it's a part, Nataka Bhagoyam, part of a drama. It's one part or a half of a part. This part is selected from Abhijnana Shakuntalam. This part is selected from Abhijnana Shakuntalam. And from which part? Panchama Anka, they say. What does that Anka mean? Anka is like chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, like that, the subdivisions. In a main book, main novel, subdivisions you will find, right? So those subdivisions are called Anka. See, for example, in Mahabharata you can see Parva, Karna Parva, Drona Parva, Shalya Parva. So chapter's name. The same way in Ramayanam also you can see the chapter's name in the name of Kandam, like Balya Kanda, Ayodhya Kanda, Uttara Kanda, Yuddha Kanda, Sundara Kanda. The same way here Anka. Panchama Anka means fifth chapter. So this part, Shunya me Angulihi, this part is selected from Abhijnana Shakuntala drama. And which part from the drama? Abhijnana Shakuntala's fifth part of the drama. So and this Abhijnana Shakuntalam is considered Pariganitasya. Pariganita means consideration. Abhijnana Shakuntalam has considered Kalidasa's Sarvotkrishta Kriti, Kalidasa's great work. Which one? Abhijnana Shakuntalam, magnum opus. That's how we have considered. And next, Kavikula Guruhu iti prasiddha ayam Kalidasaha anitara sadharana pratibhaya संस्कृत साहित्य क्षेत्रे अद्वितीयः असदृशश्च. See, they are telling about Kalidasah. We will see Kalidasah advitiyah asadrishah cha. Sadrisha means similar. Asadrisha means we cannot compare Kalidasa with someone, because there is no we cannot compare someone with Kalidasa. That kind of he was such a great scholar. Advitiyaha means he cannot be a second one. He is always the first one in the list of all Sanskrit scholars. Where that's what Sanskrita Sahitya Kshetre, literature field of Sanskrit. How he has become so great? How he has become so famous? Because Anitara Sadharana Pratibhaya. He was such a talented person. Pratibha, talent. Okay, it was not Anitara means no one else can have that kind of talent, and no one else can have that kind of intelligence. Okay, he was like that. That is the reason he has called Kavikula Guruhu. Guruhu means, yes, you know, Guruhu means guide or philosopher or teacher, whatever you tell. Guruhu. He is Kavikula Guruhu. Just imagine, so many Kavis are there. Kavis means, yeah, you can take authors, poets, whoever. So, if you make a group like Dandi, Bharave, Bhartrahari, Kalidas, like that, you are going to put all the, all of them in a group. Then you are going to make Kalidasa as a teacher for all of them, which means we can understand Kalidasa's knowledge, how he was. That's the reason they have called Kavikula Guruhu. So Kalidasa was very famous as Kavikula Guruhu, for Prasiddha, famous Kavikula Guruhu. And because of his extraordinary Anitara Sadharana Pratibhaya, extraordinary talent, he was such a great scholar in Sanskrit literature. That's about Kalidasa. So major points from this part is Angulihi. Yes, I said finger, you need to know. Abhijnana Shakuntalam. Yes, Abhijnana Shakuntalam is a drama, is a magnum opus of Kalidasa. And then Panchama is fifth, Anka is chapter, Kavikula Guruhu. Yeah, Kavina. Yeah, if you make all the Kavis in a particular group or a list, then Kalidasa stands as first. He is Agraganya. Agraganya means one who is there in the front. He is called Kavikula Guruhu. So these points are important. You need to remember all of them. Okay. Now they are telling little more about Kalidasa. We will see that one also. कालिदासस्य सर्वासु कृतिषु असाधारण कल्पना प्रतिभया विजृंभते सरस सरल सुंदर मनोहारीणि वाक्यानि सरस पदावलीयुताः सुंदर श्लोकाः. Yeah, they are telling how Kalidasa's works will be. So sarvasu kritishu, in every work we can see his extraordinary talent. Vijrambhate means we can see, or it's a kind of celebration of his talent in his work. Sarasa Sarala Sundara. Sundara is beautiful, Sarala is simple, Sarasa is like a comedy. So Sarasa Sarala Sundara Manoharini Vakyani. So the sentences, what and all he uses, they will be very simple, Sarala, very simple to understand. Sundara, very beautiful. And Manoharini, if you read that sentence, you cannot forget. That is how he constructs the sentences. That's the reason they said Vijrambhate. What Vijrambhate? His talent, his extraordinary talent will be seen in his every single sentences. So, Sarasa Padavali Yutaha Sundara Shlokaha, and very beautifully compiled shlokas. They are also very simplified. If you read the shloka, you can understand. That's how he writes. Asya Vaidarbhi Kavya Shaili Asamanya. Yeah. See, for every literature, there will be a style, there will be a structure of writing the books or works. So he used to have Vaidarbhi Kavya Shaili. He used to have Vaidarbhi Shaili, Vaidarbhi style or Vaidarbhi structure of the sentences. Tatra madhuryadi gunaha ayatna siddhaha virajante. And moreover, when you start studying Kalidasa, there you can find all the gunas, all qualities. See, you need not to find for for a particular quality. In this sentence I am not finding this kind of beautifully constructed sentence. I am not finding anywhere. You cannot say, because you cannot find such sentences. That's what they are trying to tell. Then upamalankara prayoge ayam anyadrishah. Upama Kalidasasya ityukti eva tra pramanam. Yes, there is a statement called Upama Kalidasasya. It's important, you need to remember this. Upama Kalidasasya. Upama means similar. You will tell her face is like moon, or her face is like lotus flower. So that is what called Upama. Okay, that is what called Upama. So this kind of Upama, giving this Upama, there is no one else than Kalidasa. Only Kalidasa could give those kind of similarities which we cannot even imagine. That's the reason Upama Kalidasasya, he got the name itself Upama Kalidasasya. So it's a figure of speech, Upama Alankara, you know, simile, metaphor, exactly that simile, which means Upama. Okay, see, all these things are called Alankara, right? So in that Alankara Prayoga, how to use that figure of speech properly means we need to see Kalidasa there. That's how he used to use that simile. Understand? So this is what about Kalidasa's work, all of the work together they said. So major words to remember: Vijrambhate, as I said, celebration; Vaidarbhi Shaili, structure of the writing. It should be Ayatna Siddha. I'll write once again. Ayatna Siddha. By itself it has come up. No one has no one has put water or something else and all. By itself it has come up. That is what Ayatna Siddham. It can be anything. Upama Kalidasasya is a statement which you need to remember, which means, or which says, Kalidasa is the only person, one who is capable of giving similes so properly. Okay, these are all about the background of the story. I mean, you can take about Kalidasa, about Abhijnana Shakuntala, or about Kalidasa's work. Okay, next, Purva Katha. Till now, what happened? Till now, what happened? Hastinavatyah Raja Dushyantah Mrigayartham Aranyam Gatva Anantaram Kanvashramam Pravishati. So whatever happened till now, that's what they are explaining. Okay. Hastinavatyah Raja Dushyantah. So there's a kingdom called Hastinavati. The king was Dushyanta. King's name was Dushyanta. He had gone to the forest, Mrigayartham. For what? For hunting. Mrigayartham, for hunting. Mrigaya means hunting. And after that, Anantaram, so he had gone for hunting, and later he enters Kanvashrama. He will move to Kanva's ashrama. There, Shakuntala and Dushyantau parasparam anuraktau bhavatah. See, after once he reached the Kanvashrama, he will meet Shakuntala. So the both they will meet. Then they start loving each other. Anuraktau, loving each other. Tayoho anuragaha Gandharva vivahe paryavasyati. And their love will end up with Gandharva vivaha. Gandharva vivaha, which means it's also a style or a sampradaya of marriage. There are 8 types of marriages. It's a different thing. We'll talk about it later. Gandharva vivaha is like girl and the boy. The both should have that that mindset, same mindset. They should accept each other. That's what Gandharva vivaha. Apparently today's love marriage is called Gandharva vivaha. Paryavasyati means ends. So their anuraga, their love will end up with Gandharva vivaha. Raja Dushyantah Abhijnana Rupam Swam Anguliyakam Shakuntalayai Datva Astinapuram Nivartate. So Raja Dushyanta will go back. Nivartate means going back. Raja Dushyanta Nivartate. To where? To Hastinapura. Raja Dushyanta will move back to Hastinapura. Shakuntalayai Dattva. Okay, Raja Dushyanta, the king Dushyanta, he gave something to Shakuntala and he will go back to Hastinapura. So, Raja Dushyantah Swam Anguliyakam Shakuntalayai Dattva Hastinapuram Nivartate. So, the king Dushyanta, he gave his Anguliyaka, which means his ring. His ring. He gave his ring to Shakuntala and he will go back to Hastinapura. What kind of ring was that? Abhijnana Rupam. Abhijnana Rupam, which means, see, generally, there will be a ring. No one else can have that kind of ring. Okay? If someone comes and shows me that ring, then I should believe that that person is from the king. See, you can see this thing in Ramayana also. What will happen? Hanuman, he will take Rama's ring and he will go to Lanka to find Sita, and he will find Sita there. Sita doesn't know who is Hanuman. So, then Hanuman will show that ring to Sita. Then she will understand, yes, this man, this Hanuman has come from Rama only. Then she gives that Chudamani to Hanuman. Then he will keep that Chudamani safely with him and he will go back to Rama and he will give that Chudamani to Rama. Then Rama can understand this is from Sita only, and that lady, one who is there in Lanka, that lady should be Sita only, in that way. That is Abhijnana Rupam. By seeing an ornament, we can understand that person who has sent this. That is what Abhijnana. Okay. So, he gave his Anguliyakam, his ring to Shakuntala, and he moved back to Hastinapura, his kingdom. So, Apanna Sattva Shakuntala Rajnaha Smarane Nimagna. So, Shakuntala was, she was completely in love with Dushyanta. So, she was always thinking about him. Atiti Satkarat Vimukham Shakuntalam Durvasa Maharshihi Ananyamanasayam Vichintayanti Saha Prabodhitopi Tvam Nasmarishyati Iti Shapati. So, one day, so like this time moves. Then one day, Durvasa Maharshi, he will come to Kanva's ashrama. So, Shakuntala, she was not aware of all these things. She was completely focused on Dushyanta. So, she didn't do any kind of Atiti Satkara. Okay. She didn't do the proper arrangements for the guest, Durvasa. Then Durvasa cursed her, Shapati. He curses, saying what? Ananyamanasa. So, you are not here. Your mind is somewhere else and your mind is roaming with someone else. So, who are you thinking for? That person should forget you. Nasmarishyati, should forget you. Even if you are going to Prabodhitapi, even if you are trying to remind him that who you are, then also that person cannot remember you. That's how he cursed her. Then Priyam Vadaya Prarthitaha Saha Munihi Kintu Abhijnanabharana Darshanena Shapaha Nivartishyati Ityuktva Nirgachyati. Then Priyamvada, the other girl, she will come to Durvasa and she explains everything, what happened, all these things. Then that Durvasa, the sage, he will tell, fine, so I have already cursed her. Now what you can do? So when he is not going to remember the Shakuntala, that moment, what you can do? You can show that ornament which he has given to you. Once he sees that ornament, he is going to remind you back. He is going to remember you back. That's what Durvasa tells, and he moves back. Then Somatirtha taha pratinivrittaha Kanva Maharshihi Dushyanta Shakuntalayoho Parinayam Jnatva Tam Abhinandya Patigraham Preshitum Nischinoti. Then, so all these things, it was happening in Kanva's ashrama. But Kanva was not there in his ashrama that time. So he was there somewhere in Somatirtha. It's a different place. Like Kanva ashrama is somewhere and Somatirtha is somewhere else, in that way. Okay. And from there he came back from Somatirtha, and he understood what happened. Dushyanta, Shakuntala, how they got love, all these things he understood. Then Kanva, he appreciated Abhinandya, he appreciated Shakuntala, and he plans to send Shakuntala to send her husband's house. So a girl after marriage, she cannot be there with her father, right? So he plans to send her back to her husband's house. So Shakuntalam puraskritya Sharngaravah Sharadvatah Gautami cha tatah nirgatya Dushyantasya asthanam agachanti. So that is how two sages, Sharngarava and Sharadvata, so names of the sages, like Kanva's disciples, these both with Gautami, one lady, Gautami, like she is called Vruddha Tapasi, old lady. Okay, so with them Shakuntala, Puraskritya means Shakuntala was in the front and other people, they were at the back. That is how these people, they will take Shakuntala to Dushyanta's court, Asthana, Dushyanta's court. This is what the Purvakatha, what happened till now. So here afterwards, what is going to happen in Dushyanta's court, that is the point you need to study. Okay, so major points from this part is Mrgaya, yeah, hunting, Anuraktaha, love, Gandharva Vivaha, love marriage you can take, Abhijnana, it's a sign of remembering someone. Anguliyakam, ring. Ananya manasa, thinking someone else or not focused. Prabodhitaha, reminded or reminded or reminding something, or remembered also can tell. Somatirtha, it's a place name. Parinayaha, again marriage. Parinayaha, in a normal usage, marriage. We can say someone is getting married means like he saha parinayam karoti. In that way we can tell. But vivaha also we can tell. But Gandharva Vivaha means love marriage. Asthanam, which means court. These are the major points you need to remember from this part.